Most agents tell me they're going to work their database this year, and by February they've called the 3 people and quit. Not because they don't want to do it, because they open the thing up and it looks like a junk drawer. How do I know? We help fix some of this stuff and it looks like junk. 2,000 names, no system, no idea where to start, so they close the laptop and call it a bad day. This is Your Daily Real Estate. It's a podcast. It's a show. I'm Tristan Ahumada. Been doing this for 2.5 years, running lab code agents for 12, in the business for 22. Now I have my own national brokerage. Well, we're in 5 states, but we're getting there. Now let's get into this one. I've been looking at this problem for years because I started my trajectory in growth as a team with building out a massive database. And I think now we've got like 150,000 people in our database. And the solution isn't a better CRM, although it helps. It's not a new email sequence. It's a basic sorting principle that most agents completely skip. And I want to help you solve that one. So once you get this, your database stops feeling like a burden and it starts feeling like a business. And that's where I want you to be. You start with 2 buckets. And I want to simplify this as best as possible because I believe that simplicity is the key to growth and simplicity amplifies. Here's where we're going to start. 2 buckets, just 2. Homeowners and buyers. Pretty easy, right? That's it. That's the whole first move. You take every single person in your database, or you look at them and start going through one-on-one, and you ask one question. Do they own a home right now? Or are they looking to buy one? Put them in the right bucket. Don't overthink it. Now, I know this can be a little bit difficult, so if you have a company that can help you sort this out, use it, like a Fellow or a Prop Stream or anything along those lines. And I'm pretty sure soon it'll be a lot easier to do it with Claude Cowork. But for now, there are some pieces there that you have to run separately so that it works. Now, I still don't want you to overthink it. Most people you won't know the answer to, and that's okay. Set those aside for now. So let's say you've got 500 people in your database. Out of those 500, let's probably say 250 to 300 you won't even know. So set those aside. Focus on the ones you know. Here's why this matters right away, though. The conversation you have with a homeowner is completely different from the conversation you have with a buyer. I mean, think about this. Just our local legends directory conversation where I'm reaching out to homeowners and I'm letting them know that we've got this directory and I'm sending it over to them. Why? Because I know homeowners have a problem. You know, they live on a home for how long? 13 years, 12 years on average nationally, 17 years in Los Angeles. And they have a problem with MRI. That's maintenance, repairs, and improvement. So a homeowner doesn't want to hear about interest rates the same way a buyer does, unless they're looking to buy it, but then they'll tell you. A homeowner wants to know what their home is worth, what's happening in their neighborhood, whether now is a good time to sell possibly. And of course, you layer in the MRI situation, and they need probably a great gardener, a plumber, a contractor, and so forth. Now, a buyer wants to know what they can afford, what's actually available, how long the process takes. If you're sending the same message to both, you're basically sending no message at all. And I've been preaching for the last few years that you really need to niche down this messaging because the more niche you go, the better your messaging connects with people. And once you've got those 2 buckets, you go a level deeper. Take your homeowners. Now you start segmenting by city. If I'm in the Ventura market and I've got homeowners in Ventura, Oxnard, and Camarillo, those are 3 separate conversations. The Ventura person doesn't care about Camarillo comps. You sort by city first, and suddenly your database turns into smaller, specific groups that you can actually talk to like a human being. Because if I'm reaching out to somebody in Camarillo, I know exactly what I'm going to bring up versus somebody in Ventura, right? Think of niching down further, but then you go one more level, right? Inside that city group, you start thinking about property type. Who owns a single family home? Who owns a condo? Who owns a townhome? And if you want to go a little further, who owns luxury? Who owns this? Who owns that, right? Because a condo owner and a house owner and a person on the beach in Malibu have different equity situations, different HOA considerations, different everything. So when you know who you're talking to, you know what to say. And when you know what to say, you actually make the call. Because at the end of the day, it comes down to, well, what do I say, Tristan? This is why we break down so much of our conversations and we try to normalize them and we try to sound more human. Because I know it works, because we do it. Now, do the same thing with your buyers. Start with city. Where do they want to buy? If someone wants to be in a specific school district, they're not interested in a great deal 3 neighborhoods down. And look at where they are in the process. Are they a first-time home buyer? And they've never bought a home before and need handholding through probably every step. Or are they someone who owned before, knows what they want, and just needs you to find a home, right? Different level of involvement. First-time buyers need education. Move-up buyers need strategy, different conversations, different approach completely. You can keep going. I just don't know how far you want to go. But you can segment buyers by price range, by timeline, by whether they're pre-approved or not. But don't do all of that on day one, because you'll end up doing nothing. Because I know you're overwhelmed. And that's how you end up just back with a junk drawer. Take it one layer at a time, please. Here's what I want you to understand about why this works, if you don't know by now. When your database is one big pipeline of names, every outreach is the same. It's generic. Hey, just checking in. Hope you're doing great. Blah, blah, crap, crap, crap. Thank you. That's what it sounds like. And those messages get ignored every time. But when you've sorted homeowners into Ventura who own single-family homes, you can send one message that says, inventory in your neighborhood is down about 18% from last year. Equity is up. I thought you'd want to know. And by the way, that new coffee shop down the street just opened. You may want to try it. And if you need anything, I'm right here. Easy. Or invite them to coffee. Whatever you want to do here, I need you to think a little further down the line. On top of that, when you're reaching out to all of these amazing people that are segmented, you've got to start thinking about what else you can add to this. And besides the layering in of documents and value over a long period of time. But hey, at some point, you're going to have to meet them in person, maybe do a local event, maybe do a one-on-one coffee. Add that too. But these messages, the difference is they get responses because they're specific, because it's relevant, because it sounds like you actually are talking to them specifically. And that's the whole game, relevance. And you can't be relevant when you're talking to everyone at once. I want you to start today with just your homeowners. Go through whatever you've got, whether it's a spreadsheet, a CRM, a stack of business cards in a shoebox, and start pulling out the people that you know own a home. And don't worry about segmenting by city yet. Just find your homeowners. That's the first bucket. Everything else builds from there. I've been teaching this in Lab Coat Agents and a Brilliant Trap for years, and the agents who do this simple sorting, this one right here, start having better conversations the first week immediately, because now you're more purposeful, right? They know exactly what that conversation is going to be like. So if this hit home, please share this with somebody that you're coaching, that is in your office, that you think needs this, because we need to grow this channel to offer a lot more free value for everybody. And also do me a favor, if you're listening to this and you want the breakdown, I do have the breakdown. So just message me on Instagram or in the comments here on YouTube, wherever you're listening to this. If it's a podcast, just go to Instagram and message me. Say, Tristan, I need the whole database breakdown for homeowners and buyers, and I'll give that over to you. Have an awesome day.